Okay, I'm going to start on our driver's side door today. This is the spare door. I'm going to strip this down. It's in much better shape than the one that's on the car. Much better, much nicer. No major dings or dents. I'm going to strip it down, clean it. It does have a little issue over here. It's the same as the door that's on my car. These doors open wide open, and when they do, they hit on the inside. So we're going to pound this back down. I was hoping I could reuse this trim, but it's got a bit of a ding on it, so I might take this off, pound this down, give this a good cleaning, a sand. I'm going to mask it off, and I'm going to attempt to paint this in yellow. Okay, project for this afternoon. Okay, so I got the door card off. Totally trashed, but good pattern in case I want to make new ones. And I'm just opening this door up here, and a lot of crud in here. I'm glad I did open it up. There is an accumulation of rust and insulation and God knows what. Somebody might have been living in here too. Yeah, there's quite a bit of crud in here, but the window's complete, or the door's complete. A little bit of rust on the bottom, but not bad for 58 years old. This is nice. There is a little hole here that I didn't know that hole was there, so I'm not overly thrilled about that, but maybe I'll just drill it out, make it like a clean, I'm going to call it a weep hole, a drain hole, aeration. The weather stripping is all there, not in great shape, but it is all there. So I don't know if I'll rip all this down or if I will paint around it. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to keep progressing here. Take this stainless trim off, because obviously when I paint the door, I'm going to paint the jambs and everything. I'm going to paint inside. So I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to roll the window down. I'm going to probably just tape everything off. I'm not going to dismantle the whole thing. Everything is working. Like I said, this weather strip is pretty sharp. Maybe, I'm not decided yet. I may peel the whole thing off. I may leave it. Not decided yet. But for now, I'm going to continue with the cleanup and the teardown. Okay. All right, the door's stripped. We're going to clean her up. A lot of crud in here. Some brown juicy stuff. Anyway, I'm going to keep cleaning this. Oh yeah, all plugged up. Oh, there it goes. Chocolate milk. All right, well, you get the idea. I'm going to keep blasting this thing, and we'll bring it inside and start cleaning it up some more, sanding it, and getting the body ready. So our door's pretty much clean. It's drying out in the sun here, so now this, I'm just kind of fixing this dent that was here. You can see that. Very hard to see, even harder to do with one hand, but just a plain old pair of vice grips on here. I'm going to pull this back a bit. What did that look like? Oh, well. It's actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. Excuse the filming. Just going to do a little bit of this. Ah, thing of beauty. So I will, once the trim is off, I will be able to massage this a little bit more, and I think I'm going to be able to call that good. A little bit more pounding, a little bit of sanding, filing down, good as new. Now I just got to make it, there's something about these hinges. Now this hinge here is partially missing, but there's kind of a stopper on here that's missing. It's also missing, I don't know if it's this piece here, but it's also missing on the existing door that I'm going to turf, the one that's all beat up. Also has a generator ready. We do have a hurricane coming. There's something that allows this door to open way more than it should. And I got two sets of doors and they both do that. And obviously when the doors open like this, it allows the sheet metal to get chewed up. Every door I have is like that. So I thought, well, no big deal. This door is being turfed, but if I have to reuse this hinge mechanism, I don't really understand this yet. Maybe there's a stopper here that's not in place. Anyway, that's for another time, but I don't believe the door should be allowed to go this wide open. In fact, there's no way it should. But anyway, we'll try to figure that out on the better door. This door is going to be gone. I will have to salvage this nice little thing here for the key. I have no idea if this works or if this locks, but it looks nice. So I'll put this on my red door, which will become yellow. This one here was just too beat up. Too many creases, just too many little areas. Somebody tried to pull this out. I mean, somebody thought these were bullet holes, but they're not. Somebody drilled and tried to pull out a dent. Different variations of mirrors over the years. So, this is my better door. It's actually not bad at all for 1962. I've just pounded this out a little tiny bit. And there is a little dent. There is a little dent right here. But maybe we can try to pound that out a little bit of filler. There she is, cleaned up. She does need a sand. I've cut a little ding here also. So ding here. The bottoms are good. Ding here. Little crease here. Other than that, yeah, this might have to try to pound this out a little bit. Yeah, I do have a complete set of stainless if I can't fix this. And the stainless around the door, I'm just going to mask this off, and then once I'm done, I'll just take some fine steel wool and try to clean that up. The mirror here, here I was thinking that the mirrors would go on the fenders. My new fenders that I painted have holes for mirrors, excuse my shadow, on the fenders, because I didn't think that they belonged here. So I don't know if now that the fenders are painted and those holes are large, I don't want to go back and fill. Maybe I could fill these ones, but again, if there's meant to be a mirror here, maybe I should respect that. So I'm undecided, but for now I'll just pound down these holes there because they're a little bit too recessed. I'm going to take my door back inside. That's not bad at all. And I'm going to start sanding and filling. Okay, so we're back out today working on the door. Yesterday when I left off, I gave it a light sand. I had a couple of areas here. I don't know if I showed the gouging out, but I had a couple little dips. So I mixed up a little plastic filler and filled in these little low spots. I do have a little hole here all the way through. So from the back side, I'm going to wait for this to cure up. I'm going to flip the door around, and I'm going to take my wire wheel brush, my cup brush on my drill, and I'm going to go around, and I'm going to remove all the remnants of this weather stripping. I decided the weather stripping's coming off. There's no sense keeping ratty old crap. Besides, once everything's off there, I can just paint everything. I'm going to mask off, of course, the tally, and I'm going to mask off stuff like this, but everything else is going to get blasted. When that's all cleaned up, the door is going to be flipped around. I'm going to weld a little piece of metal back here, So I don't want to just put Bondo over a hole. There's no point doing that. So at least if I get a little piece of metal back here, I'll have something strong so that when I do fill, if I have to, I most likely will, I'll have something of structure. So that's the plan for today. Fix these holes, sand, clean up all of the old weather stripping, maybe try to take off some of this trim, and maybe mask and prime. If I get that done today, I'll be pretty happy. Okay, well, the wire wheel made quick work of cleaning up all this area where the weather stripping was. So the wire wheel, great little tool. I'm going to come in here now. I'm going to put a little bit of rust remover on here. I got a little bit of an area here that's raised up a bit. I'm going to put some rust remover. I'm going to weld a little piece of metal in there. And then I'm going to flip this door around. I'm going to sand off the Bondo that I put on earlier. You can see there it is. I got 2 patches there. 3. So I'm going to do that right now. See how this turns out. Okay, out in the garage today, although it's absolutely hideous out. That's that Hurricane Petty that's coming our way. I'm doing a little bit in my garage, still playing with this door. I got the filling done on the outside skin. I had fixed up this corner here, a little bit of Bondo on top. I did put a piece of metal in here. I ground it down, filed it, a little bit bumpy. I put a little bit of a filler on there. I'll probably come back with a little bit of glazing putty, make that perfect. I got the door all masked off, and this is a coat of primer. So I got all this face done in primer. So of course I did a 1 coat of primer. It's just too damp to do any more painting, so I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let this sit, and I will come back on a drier day, and I will cover this all in the bright yellow. So of course this is all the metal that's exposed on the inside of the doors. So all the jambs and everything will be done the same. I've masked off a little bit. The stuff I didn't want painted, yeah, it should be okay. Although it's very damp, I can tell that this primer is tacking up, but I'm not going to push my luck. It's just too wet to do anymore. So that's the progress for now. Like I said, the fill has been done on the other side. If I can get this cured enough, I will flip the door over and maybe prime it, but there'll be no top coat going on this today. Just not the right conditions. Okay, continuing with the door. I've got this all sanded down. I've got it taped off. The inside is primed, like I showed before. I've just got it flipped over. I'm going to I'm going to give this a coat of prime, and I'm going to have to call it a day because it's just not fit. I don't have any heat in here. I wish I did. I don't have any heat right now. So let's just give this a light coat of prime. Self-etching, because I do have paint. I got Bondo, and I got now I did remove the trim, so the trim will be clipped back on here. Door handle I just taped off. Happy with that. All the stainless around and the glass is all taped off. What's going on here? I'm seeing little. There's still a little bit of wetness here. I can't spray this right now. I'll have to let this, I'm going to give this one more wipe there with the mineral spirits. I don't trust that. I see little droplets. Okay. Be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. Let's finish this off. I'd like to do more, but I just can't. I'm going to finish this only because I really want to, but it's really not ideal. stupid valve cover is in my way, but it's a good stand for what I'm doing right now. See, my patch is showing up a little bit more, but yeah. We can do a little glazing putty after, a little bit of sanding. No big deal. Oops, not even in a shot there. Alright. I still see a little shadowy red there. I'm getting to the end of my can. Alright, well, while I was waiting for the face to dry, I flipped this over and I also got this done here. So this door is primed. I got to do a few little touch-ups from where my wood rubbed on here like this, but like I said, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna come back on a dry day if we ever flip and get one, and yeah, so driver's side door stripped and primed and filled a little bit. This is the beginning. One of my favorite YouTubers, Al, he was making fun of me because I messed this up. He was suggesting I could put bubble gum in there. That's Al from Goodfellas Garage, really good channel on YouTube. So I don't know, he's making fun of me because I had missed these holes, or maybe he was making fun of my welds, I'm not sure, the bubblegum thing. But anyway, I'm not plugging them. Screw it. We'll have, I don't know, maybe we'll have mirrors on the fenders and mirrors on the doors. We'll have mirrors all around. Several mirrors. We'll make it safe. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna pack this in. Go down and make sure my basement's not flooding out. Alright, that's all for now. Okay, driver's side door. Got the inside done. I just literally came in, wiped it down, and whacked the paint to it. 2 coats. And looking quite good, looking quite uniform. So anyway, that's 2 coats. It's still damp and gray out, so it's not ideal, but it is going to clear up today. They are calling for sun. The hurricane has gone through, and it's even starting to dry out there. So this is all my exposed metal on the inside of the door. The door card obviously will go in here at someday and hide all this stuff. But from what I see in exposed yellow, I like it. I like it. Looks good. So that's the inside. I'm going to take a step back, let this cure up, and when it's cured, I'll flip this door around and I will do the outside. When that one's done, I think I will jump on to door number 2, passenger side door. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, back out on the door a little bit later in the day. I've got the filler done, sanded, I've reprimed. I had a couple of little issues here. I came back with a glazing putty. Now my primer is a little bit different here. I hope that's not going to be an issue. A little bit different. A little bit of overspray from yellow. It's getting ready to shoot this door in yellow. So I'm just going to do a light coat for tonight. I'm going to pack it in. Let this cure up overnight. And then I'll come back. So, see what kind of mess I can make here. One-handed. Let's try this. Okay. Not perfect, but see, the different kind of primers really react. That pale primer, gosh, that almost looks like perfectly finished product. Oh well. Let's attack it from this angle now. Not horrible. Not horrible. It's a little bit warmer tonight, and it has, weather has dried up, so. I'm going to break down. I'm going to invest in a heater. Just a portable heater, but it's going to make a difference, I think. Whoa. Too fast. Well, there we go. One light coat. One light coat. Very light, especially right here. Okay. Let's get under this ridge again. A flippin' bug. Should be no bugs at the end of September. Look at that prick. Well, best thing to do is to not touch it. A light sand will take care of that. Okay. Just going to get the really, really pale stuff. Stuff that's harder to get. You really got to move around the angles. Like down here. Ooh, there we go. Okay. A few imperfections, a little shadowy, but I mean, that's expected. One coat. Let's clear the nozzle. There we go. Good as new. So, here she is, the driver's door. Not bad. I got the underside done. I think I showed that before. That's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to walk away. I'll let this cure up. And I don't think I'm going to film. I'm not going to film all the other door because it's all pretty much the same. There's the other door there. So this door also going to be yellow. This door is actually in better shape than this one. This one needed a little bit of work. That one there has no dings at all. Driver's side door, one coat. A couple more to go. And she'll graduate. She can be moved inside the house. Okay. Okay. Here's the final coat. Nice and glossy. Happy with this one. I'm going to call this one done. Nice and sunny today. I'm going to let this one cure out with my garage door open. And yeah, ooh, good stuff. Okay, this is the passenger side door. This is going to be the before. Now, I really hate it when YouTubers do this. They pretend like it's magic and they snap their fingers, but since I don't want to bore you again with the entire process of sanding, filling, priming, and painting, I'm going to try that myself. So I'm going to go from this, I'm going to snap my fingers, and it's going to look like this.